Hi guys! So I'm going to start making more video game related videos, and this is going to be the first of many. What I wanted to talk about is 3 games I finally picked up for my Xbox One. This one came with my Xbox, and unfortunately it's not a disc. And this is something that really is stupid that a lot of game companies are starting to do, including Nintendo now. So they do these dumb download codes as an incentive for buying a console that comes packaged in there. And I have to ask, what money are they really saving by doing this? Because their server costs and everything they're associated with transferring the data, and even with my connection, which I have 175 down, it still took a very long time to download a 60 gig game. And that's part, in fact, that Xbox Live just really doesn't have that great transfer speeds. My Xbox One, which is hardwired directly into my router and has absolutely no firewall rules applied, so it's wide open for that specific port, the max speeds it's able to achieve is 60 down, which is not even half of my connection. So Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, you guys really need to cut this shit out, because when I buy a brand new console and I really want to experience and enjoy it, it takes forever to download games, even with the fastest internet package available in my area. Other than that, it's okay. It's just Halo. I mean, they did remaster it, the first 2, and you can hit the select button and change between the original and the remaster. And it actually looks pretty cool, and it is on the fly. And yeah, they did a great job remastering the game, but again, Halo has been mediocre at best. It's really not that impressive of a shooter. The only reason why it's so popular is because of the multiplayer. Next game I also got is Forza Horizon 2. I played the demo. I was hooked immediately. I had Forza 5, which hopefully I'll have that in the next week or so. It's too arcadey, but that's what they're going for. So it's fun, but it's also not what I like. I really prefer Forza, the original series, not the spin-off. But then again, it is a very fun game. My biggest complaint with these games right now are the microtransactions that they put in here. If you want a treasure map that shows you where all the little collectibles are, you have to pay them $3. That's stupid. That's bullshit. The other thing is the car packs. For me, it's getting ridiculous. DLC really just says to the consumer, hey, fuck you, give us more money. And, there's no reason why these cars didn't come with the game. And what I also hate is they shove it in your face. And that's one of the big issues I have with this is Storm Island, which is an expansion, a $20 expansion they sell for this game. It actually shoves it in your face several times. Every time there's a load screen, it will show Storm Island. Then it will show you this video that you can't skip, showing off Storm Island, and it leaves an icon on your map saying, hey, you need to go here. But every time you go there, of course, it asks you for $20. So I don't like it. I really don't. But I really wish that this was a practice that would be reduced in the future, because it really is a fuck you to the consumer. Next one I have here is Sunset Overdrive. This is a game that I've wanted to play for months, but didn't have an Xbox One to do so. And I'm glad that I finally have been able to play this game. It's fun. It's not what I expected it to be. I think I kind of had my expectations higher than what the game could achieve. But it's still fun nonetheless. I like the colors. I love the vibrancy of the maps. I do think that it gets very rinse and repeat very quickly, but I like the humor, and that's something that Insomniac is very well known for, is their humor. They love to add humor into their games. Look at Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank, the entire game is just pure humor, jokes, innuendos, sarcasm up the ass. This, they do it in a more mature level, but it's very well done. And my character is just a female in a bikini. I think it's funny, just shooting a bunch of things, grinding on rails with your bare feet. It's fun. It's like if you had Tony Hawk mixed with what can I say? It's like Tony Hawk and Grand Theft Auto, and I'm trying to think of other games to really compare it to. It really is a nice blend, and trust me, the effects of jumping around and stuff, it's actually very well done. It was something I was a little put off at first. I'm like, oh shit, so I have to just grind and do all these stupid things. But actually, if you want to survive, you have to do it. Because if you're on the bare ground, you're dead. But it's awesome just gliding back and forth, shooting things. They have different styles of enemies, kind of similar to Left 4 Dead, where you had different type of special zombies. So you have one that explodes like Boomer, so they call it a popper. They have, like the spitters. They actually have their own version. I think they call it the shooter or something. So it shoots these like purple goop or green goop at you. I haven't really played through the whole game yet. I've put in maybe about an hour or two. I've just completed getting the propeller created. So yeah, I really like the game. I think it's great. And I have to give it to them too. At least their disc art isn't stupid and boring. I really liked it. It was pretty cool. It's just a vinyl record with guts, because one of the weapons you get, the first one you get, is a shooting, how can I say it? It's kind of like in Ratchet and Clank Future. You had these little like saws that would shoot all over the place and they bounce off the walls. And apparently I have Forza Horizon in there. And I can't show you Halo's disc because it didn't even come with one. Other than that, I enjoy the Xbox One. One of the biggest complaints I have with the console is how slow it is to install games. Coming from the PlayStation 4, you pop a disc in and within 2 to 5 minutes you're ready to go. That's not the case with the Xbox One. Xbox One, you pop in like Sunset Overdrive, it takes upwards of 10 to 15 minutes before you're able to actually start playing. And it's still loading in the background, so while you're trying to play these games, each segment takes forever. So for the case of Sunset Overdrive, one of the earliest things you do is pick your gender, you pick what you're going to look like, what you're going to wear. Half of the items and options didn't even load. So I was looking at half invisible character while I'm waiting for the game to fully install, even though it said that it was ready to play. Same thing with the downloads. I remember, luckily with this, it does work, but not quite as fast as you would hope. About halfway through the download, you can actually start playing certain campaigns, and it continues to download the campaigns as you're playing them. But by then, it's already an hour and a half to 2 hours before you get to that point. And again, it's hardwired. And I mean, I can prove it to you. This is the cable I use. It's hardwired. So there's no excuse why this takes forever. Mostly I use this box for media streaming, which I'm glad that Microsoft finally got their shit together and they removed the Xbox Live Gold requirement to watch YouTube, Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, Hulu, Plex. I love that they removed that requirement, but at the end of the day, they really removed whatever value they had, honestly, for Xbox Live. I really think that Xbox Live Gold and PlayStation Network's PlayStation Plus services are really lacking in terms of actual value. Because again, if you have a PC, you don't have to pay to play online. But with these consoles, you're paying to play online and their services are down, which happened yesterday for the PlayStation Network. It was down. And you know, I really don't think anyone's really getting their true value out of it. And when they're like, well, we give you deals and like better pricing and stuff for being a subscriber, yeah, well, that's no better than GameStop's, player's card that they try to sell you yearly, where it's pay to pay again. I mean, there really is no incentive. If, oh, okay, I just get a slightly cheaper price, other stores give them to you for free. So if you go to like Pathmark or Smith's or Albertsons, ShopRite, they give you their little card for free, and you get discounts on a lot of items, and they rotate those discounts accordingly. But you don't have to pay to get a discount. But with Xbox Live Gold and PlayStation Plus, you have to pay to get access to discounts that really aren't that great. If you think about it, those are digital discounts. Physical copies are cheaper almost always. So, you know, that's one of the big issues with digital, is that you don't own it like this. I don't own this game at all. I can't resell it. I can't, you know, do anything. I can't trade it in, nothing. But they're really trying to push towards digital, and I'm sorry, the pricing model is bullshit. If you want digital, digital should be half the price of a physical copy because you don't own the actual game, simply put. So take care, guys. Look out for future videos. If you have any suggestions of things you want me to discuss, things you want me to bring up, just drop a comment below. I'm hoping to make a lot more videos going forward. That's if everything remains stable, which it's finally stable. I'm telling you guys, I went through hell and back in the past year, and finally I'm able to do things again. So take care and look out for future videos.